Hello everybody, welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. Today we're making a quick video on the Xbox Series, not necessarily the S or the X, just the Series in general, both consoles. I want to talk about the Xbox Series because a lot of people seem to make these videos about how the Xbox Series is a dead console. And it may be true for some people if you haven't used your Xbox Series, let's say in 5 or 4 years, but the Xbox Series is not really dead. Even though people like to make the most negative content around Xbox, it seems like, and even though, obviously when you bash Xbox or make a lot of negative opinions on Xbox, it usually tends to get lots of views for a lot of people's YouTube channels. Even I used to be somebody who would push some negative content towards Xbox. But after owning the Xbox Series S for a while now, I think it's been like, 14 days of having the console. The Xbox Series is a fantastic system. It's an amazing console. It is still getting games. And Microsoft is going to support the Xbox Series platform right beside their newest system, the Xbox Project Helix, I believe it's called. So the Xbox Series isn't dead. It's not going anywhere. And the Xbox Series S and X, no matter which system you have, you're going to still get support and games, and it's still going to be a console that's going to be probably used as the cheaper option compared to Xbox's newest system, which might be $1,000 because it's a PC hybrid. But Xbox Series will stay a supported platform, a supported box that you can still play your games on and your entire digital libraries on for many, many decades to come. We also live in this era with the PS5 and Xbox Series where everything is going very, very digital. Also, the positives about that is that, well, if you go all digital, it's actually better for the environment, and people don't have to carry their games everywhere, and don't have to worry about disk rot or disk scratches or any damage, So we're going in this direction where, you're most likely going to be able to take your entire digital libraries and basically keep them for many decades to come because, well, it's kind of the way things are now. If you have a Microsoft account, Xbox account, or a PlayStation account, you basically just kind of permanently own the games that you bought, unless it's a live service game, which for some reason people get confused about which games you own. You don't own Fortnite. You don't own a live service game. But yes, you do own your single-player content, by the way. I own my Master Chief Collection digitally on my Xbox Series. And the other thing that people love to make videos about is how you don't own digital games, even though technically you do. You could still download your digital games on PS3. You can still download your digital games to Xbox 360. So your digital content doesn't really go anywhere. It usually just stays tied with your main account. People have an issue with games being taken away, even though most games are either delisted or removed or usually online-only games. Why would you own an online-only game? I'm not really entirely sure. But if I was to buy the Halo Master Chief Collection, I technically will own the Halo Master Chief Collection digitally for my entire life because it is tied into my Xbox account, my Microsoft account, and because I can play those games single player and I can just play the firefight modes and all that offline, they can't really take that away from me ever. So the whole digital versus physical debate is really just a stupid debate about would you rather own your license on a disc or would you rather own a license digitally? It doesn't really fucking matter which way you go because they can still, technically speaking, lock you out of your games, especially if you do something bad or break the rules. They can do that. It's actually in every company's user agreement that everybody's signed up to. So, just a little rant there about physical versus digital, but it really is stupid when you think about it because, technically speaking, physical games also need updates and patches, and physical games, some need to be launched online first, then can be played offline. So that whole debate that people have online, it really is stupid. People don't look into it, and people go, oh, they removed this racing car game. But what people don't say is that, well, it's online only, and it's live service. So it's like, of course, you're not going to be owning a game that's literally required for you to be online and tied to a service. But anyway, back to the main topic. Is the Xbox Series S and X dead? No. Even though these consoles only got like 35 million sold, even though they couldn't compete with the PS5, and even though they couldn't come close to the PlayStation and Switch, the Xbox Series consoles are actually really good systems. Microsoft is going to support these consoles. They're going to keep them supported for many decades to come. You could always buy an Xbox Series X or S. If you're somebody who's an Xbox One owner and you're waiting for prices to go down, you could definitely do that with the Xbox Series because, it's going to be on the market for decades to come. You're always going to be able to find them on the used marketplace. And if you ever want to upgrade to the next big thing, or you want something that plays all your Xbox games, well, you could make a upgrade one day from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series, and you can take your entire, gaming library to the Xbox Series. So the Xbox Series is good for that. It's a nice upgrade. It's fast, but also there's actually no need to worry. There's not really a panic, Xbox Series being dead is basically just a bunch of YouTubers going, Microsoft sucks, so the console is dead. But no, Microsoft's going to continue to support the console. No matter what people think about Microsoft as a company, it doesn't matter. The console itself is going to be supported for decades to come. You'll be able to use your backwards compatible games and your 360 games and Xbox One games and your Xbox Series games. You'll be able to use them all for decades to come. Even Xbox Project Helix, the next big console PC hybrid, is going to support backwards compatibility, and Xbox players are always going to have their digital libraries. It's all going to be tied in to, obviously, the Microsoft account, the Xbox account, and they're not really going to ever, do away with that, so I don't think people really have to worry. It's the same thing with PlayStation, and it's the same thing with Nintendo. Well, even if Nintendo cuts the services from my Switch 1, I could still download my Switch 1 games because my account's on there, and you could always just re-download your purchased content, just like the 360, just like the PS3, just like the Wii U. It doesn't ever really go away. So the Xbox Series S and X will never really be truly, dead consoles. You'll always be able to use them as long as you have a Microsoft Xbox account. They're going to be supported right next to Xbox's newest console, and they might be amazing budget options one day when we do get the new consoles rolling in, and we do eventually see, PS5, Xbox price drops, which Microsoft just did a big price drop recently on the Xbox Series consoles. But soon enough, these are going to be very easy to find. They're going to be perfect budget options into that next generation. And technically speaking, you don't really need to upgrade to the Project Helix because it's just going to be an Xbox PC hybrid that's going to play the exact same games the Xbox Series can. So technically speaking, even if the next generation comes out, this is still perfectly fine to use. Same as the PlayStation 5, they're still perfectly fine to use, right? So the Xbox Series is not dead. Even though these consoles didn't sell very well, the services are not dead. Microsoft hasn't pulled the plug. And even if that happened, it's the same thing as a 360, where, guess what? You can still download your games and play your games physically. I mean, I'm digital only, but, you get the point of what I'm saying. Even though Microsoft stops supporting the 360, and even if they do it with the One eventually, as long as you have that account, sign into that box, and you can re-sign in, you could still look at the games that you purchased, and you can still download your games. So the cool thing with the Xbox Series S and X is you're basically going to have your library all the way to the future. There was no plans to completely destroy the service or anything like that. And even though people like to be negative about these consoles, even though people like to bash the Xbox Series, sure, it's going to be dead to some people who maybe stopped using one, maybe they moved on to the PlayStation, maybe they moved on to PC or Switch. But for people still using the platform, which, yes, 30 million people is still a massive audience, regardless of what people say. But Xbox Series is here to stay. It's not dead. They still get new games. It's still supported. And Microsoft still plans on keeping it right next to the newest system. So basically, it will be just the, hey, here's the cheaper option. Basically, that's kind of what the future is going to be. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope I didn't really repeat myself too much in this video, but hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like. Comment down below what you think about the Xbox Series consoles. But I just wanted to say that no, these are not dead consoles. They're still being supported. It still has like a 30 or 35 million audience. You know, yeah, PlayStation outnumbers Xbox, but it's still massively supported. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, and hope you all have a lovely day or night, and peace out. Oh yeah, Xbox Series is not dead. Oh yeah.